Hello, my loves. Haley with Tarot from Beyond. I know it's been a long time. You guys are with me in my hotel room, which is where I will be for a little while. Long story, guys. We'll get into it another time. For those of you who are unfamiliar with my channel, my name is Haley. I'm with Tarot from Beyond. Those of you who've been with me, thank you so much for waiting. I am back. I'm not going to go into where I've been right now. We'll do that on a live or another time. But I have obviously been called for a very long time to get back to you guys and go back to teaching you guys. Not only do I do tarot, I also teach you guys what it is that I feel Spirit wants to relay in these readings. If the reading resonates with you, these general reads, then awesome. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to be something that's relatable to the collective, which is why we call them general reads for each zodiac. Then I will go and begin to start uploading, the readings for each individual zodiac. As I shuffle, for those of you who are familiar and unfamiliar, I'm going to go and recap and let you guys know that I do believe all of us are the 13th person, meaning we all possess each qualities of, of what each zodiac represents. I've learned, through practicing this tarot that, each zodiac represents some key things. I believe those are your fortes, your sun, moon, and your rising signs. For those of you who want a private read, I'm pretty sure you know where to go. You just go into the description box down below, and then you go ahead and you can follow my website, and then you can go ahead, send me an email, make your payment, and I will be contacting you within the day after to schedule your private read. Right now, given that I just started again, we've got openings, so I recommend you guys getting where you fit in, because usually I fill up rather quickly. I do curse if I feel the need to curse based on some real shit that I'm seeing in the read. You already know what time it is. I'm gonna let you know. All right, lovies, so I've shuffled. The correct energies are in the room as usual. Okay, see the overall read. You watch me shuffle. That's right. How many of y'all ready for some new money? Okay, because this is the Ace of Pentacles all day and night. So for those of you who have been saying, you know what, I'm not tripping off relationships, I'm not tripping off of none of that right now. Right now I need to get grounded, and I need to be able to pay my own bills, and I need to be able to take care of myself. And I need to be able to stand on my own too. And I'm looking for a little something new. Rather it be that you've lost your job and you're looking for a new one, and some of you are telling yourselves, I don't know if I'm going to get this job or what I'm going to do now. Well, Spirit's saying the stars have aligned. You just show up, okay? Because new money is there for you, okay? For those of you who are looking for something new and you're tired of the old rigmarole, new money is there for you, okay? Now, as I go into this reading, okay, it's going to get a little bit more specific as to which audience we're talking about, okay? But the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is the topic here, okay? And as you see in this picture, okay, you see two men walking down the street. It looks like Wall Street, right? On the other side, there's also a picture of, you know what I'm saying, a pentacle, but there's really no one in the background, right? It's just a beautiful scenery. But in this scenery, people are actually talking. So if you're talking about what you're about to do, and you're making arrangements with someone, and you're hoping that things are going to go right, it looks like things are going to go right, okay? So I want you guys to think positive, know that this is the overall energy, and I wish I had a little stand specifically for that, but until then, let's see where we're going with this, okay? So first card I'm seeing is I'm seeing the Queen of Wands, okay? I see the Hermit. I see the Ten of Swords, which we know represents betrayal of some sort, okay? I see the Seven of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and I see the Eight of Swords. So with this energy, what I'm seeing is someone who is very passionate, okay? The Queen of Wands represents passion, okay? A woman of passion. However, I don't believe that, when you see a woman or a man, it's gender specific, unless I'm doing a private read, or unless I know specifically which genders we're referring to. But when the major arcana is introspection, okay, that tells me that some of you are really looking down on the inside parts and saying to yourself, what is it that I really want to do? What is it that I'm really passionate about doing? Some of you are really questioning what the hell it is that motivates you at the end of the day. Some of you guys are trying to get to the nitty-gritty as to what it is that moves you. What is it that I want to do that's going to get me out of the bed? I'm sick of going to work, doing, in the rat race. I want to do what I love to do. Some of you are asking yourselves that. And some of you are in a confused state, and some of you are really busy in victimitis. That's what I'm seeing here straight up with this. See, me as a reader, I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what I'm seeing, okay? The only way that we can grow is if we admit the way that we view things and the way that we see ourselves, okay? And I'm not exempt because every one of these readings is my reading. Because I'm a reflection of you and you guys are a reflection of me. Back on topic, okay? Some of you are unable to see the type of money that you want to see because some of you are too busy playing victimitis, saying every time I get a job this happens, or anytime I do that this happens, and then you're like, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of like in a whiny state of mind, and you're saying to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Every time I put my best foot forward, you know what I'm saying? Things don't go my way. For those of you doing that, Spirit's saying when you stop doing that, you're going to see the new money that you're looking for. Stop looking at what you think is going to go wrong. Stop thinking about all the times that you've been betrayed. Maybe if you've gone into business with someone else and they worked you out of your position and you came out the loser, so to speak, which I don't believe we ever come out the loser. I believe we always come out wiser. Anyway, some of you have been betrayed when it comes to money. And then you relate money to being betrayed. For those of you who are doing that, stop doing that. Because Spirit's saying as soon as you stop doing that, you're going to start seeing the results that you want. It's time for you to be passionate about what your dreams are, okay? Because the Seven of Cups talks about fantasy. It talks about what you see in your daydreams. And Spirit's saying what you've been dreaming about and what you've been holding close to, wanting to see for yourself, be passionate about it. Look at yourself on the inside and ask yourself, what are you doing to hinder yourself? Stop doing those things. Straight up, just stop doing them. It's a choice. And Spirit's saying when you make the choices that will allow you to succeed, Spirit is telling you the stars have aligned so that you can actually move toward your passions, and there's no need to be confused about what those things are. For those of you who know what you want to do, whether it seems like a big undertaking that you can't handle, Spirit's saying you can actually have what you've been dreaming about. Go for it. Next set of 6 cards is the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and then we have Justice. So clearly, right? And this set of 6 cards, what I'm seeing is the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about a slow-moving energy, right? Next one talks about our choices. And the next one talks about communication, speed, or travel, right? However, this side of the card looks like the way that communication's going is not quite right, okay? Because this one has a lightning bolt on it, all right? And the other side is a little bit more, nice and beautiful, right? But this side right here has a lightning bolt through it. So this talks about the way things are being communicated, okay? And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, okay? This side, look, speaks of, right? Nice and beautiful, and this one is a little bit darker. So what I'm seeing in this next 6 set of cards, right? See, Justice is the major arcana here, all right? So right now, many of you are saying, what's fair for me? Some of you are really being honest with yourselves about what you think is fair in terms of what you should be seeing when it comes to finance, right? And some of you are saying things are just taking too damn long for me to be financially independent the way I want things to be. Some of you have turned your back on your passions and you guys are just kind of, taking the safe route, but the safe route's not getting you the money that you want. Then what I'm seeing is you're not being fair to yourselves in the way that you're communicating with Spirit when you put your request in and when you guys pray. And even with the way that you communicate with yourselves, some of you are not being fair to yourselves and you're saying, well, I think this is all I'm capable of. Well, don't forget the one part in the Bible, and I've said this before, that they should have wiped out if they wanted to, have mass control using that book. This was the sentence they should have taken out. I made man in my image. They should have took that sentence out, because that's the one that helps you understand how much power you really hold as an individual. Stand in your power and know that we were made in the image of the Most High, the most powerful, right? And that part is true. And the most powerful made the sun, moon, and stars. So stop telling yourself what you cannot do. You can do it all. It just depends on what you tell yourself you can do. And it's a choice to know that you are perfectly capable of achieving whatever the hell it is that you want. Some of you are looking at, the type of independence that you want, the financial independence that you want, is something that's past tense. Some of you are saying, I remember when money was real good back then, but now. No, but now this is the beginning of the rest of your lives. And when I'm looking at this reading, whomever this reading is resonating with, this is someone, whoever this reading is resonating with, it's to someone who's not being kind to themselves when they speak to themselves in terms of what they're capable of. Some of you are not very nice to yourselves when you talk to yourself straight up. When it comes to the way you communicate with yourself, you're not being fair. And that's why things are taking forever for you to see the results that you want. That's why some of you haven't even stepped into the most powerful position that you could be in financially. And I don't care what age group I'm talking to. And those of you who this reading is resonating with so far know what I'm talking about. You know when it's you. The next card is it's the Hanged Man, which talks about sacrifice. The next one is the Sun. Okay. However, the sun's not out on the side that we're talking about, right? Once again, what I'm seeing and who this reading is resonating with is a group of people who have a little bit of a pessimistic view on finance right now. Some of you may be seeing some of the worst days that you've ever seen in finance, but I want you to know, if that is the case and if this reading is resonating with you, then know that the reason why you're being faced with a challenge financially is because Spirit wants to see, what are you going to do now that you feel that your finances are looking bleak? What are you going to do? Are you going to continue to tell yourself that things are bleak and then play it safe and put yourself in a position to where things will remain always a little less than what you need them to be financially? Or are you actually going to put some faith into yourself and then see what those results will get you? And even if you fail the first few times or the first time or whatever, are you strong enough mentally, or allowing yourself to be strong enough to be resilient if you don't get the results that you want? Sacrifice is required from some of you to know that you can create the path for yourself that you want. The messenger of coin is a messenger of someone. It's a messenger that's telling you something valuable. That could be me. Or it could be someone has come to you and told you about an opportunity. Told you about an opportunity, but you know that it's going to require sacrifice in order for you to actually take a hold of that opportunity. Some of you are going to let that opportunity pass you because it's just, you know what I'm saying, too dangerous. And the results could just make it so that you crash and burn. What does crash and burn mean to you? Some of you think that crash and burn means, what, I lose my job, but at the end of the day, you know you're still going to have a roof over your head and things are still going to be okay. For those of you who can stand to make that sacrifice, you need to make that sacrifice, because Spirit is telling you in this reading that if you make that sacrifice, you've already manifested something positive that will allow you to have a new form of income that is promising. But you have to be passionate about this, and you have to really love the fact that you know you're capable of whatever it is that you want. Because the Fool is here, and the Fool speaks of you being able to get out there and take whatever baggage that you have with you based on your past experiences of whatever were negative memories that you've attached to finance. Spirit is saying, take those bad memories, use them as experiences, which is all they were, which is experiences, right? They gave you more wisdom so you could do things better moving into the future. And have some passion toward that thing because you manifested it. Some of you have already made the sacrifice and you're wondering if you're going to see the finance that you want because maybe you hit a snag in your business or whatever it is. Spirit is saying, hang in there, know what you're capable of, and know that if you're resilient, and if you use the tools that were given to you as a human being, and we've been given some amazing tools that allow us to dig ourselves out of even the worst situations. Spirit saying it's on and popping, because this Ace of Pentacles is here to give those of you who are worried about money the reassurance that if you stop telling yourself all this negative shit, what will happen is you'll actually see the results that you want. It's like right there, right around the corner. It's popping. It's about to happen. That's what Spirit is saying. For those of you who've made the sacrifice and created a path for yourself, or went away that people probably told you, don't do this, don't do that, it's not safe. For those of you who did it anyway and you're starting to wonder if things are going to be okay because maybe finance is not looking too good, Spirit's saying hang in there just a little bit longer. You need to start speaking to yourself in a positive manner, because what you believe is what you'll be subject to. And if you believe that this message is resonating with you and it's for you, then guess what? It's for you. And Spirit's giving you that reassurance that finance is getting ready to like shine real bright for you. Even though with this coronavirus and all the stuff going on right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs and businesses are going under and stuff like that. But for some people, guess what? You can capitalize on this situation. And for whatever reason, your business or whatever you do, it's like perfect for the situation that we're in, and you can capitalize on the situation. For example, with World War II, right? We were coming out of the Depression, and then we used the war to our advantage in making, aircraft and things of that nature and weaponry. And that is how we dug ourselves out of the Depression. So what I'm saying is, for some of you where finance is looking kind of shitty right now, Spirit is saying, believe it or not, if you think a little bit harder, just give yourself a second and think about it. I don't care how money is looking. Spirit's saying, think about it and capitalize on this situation and on this time right now, because money is looking good for those of you who are worried about it. For those of you who don't think it's there, money is there. Some of you have already made the sacrifice. Some of you just need to make the sacrifice. For some of you, this will be so new and so scary. Spirit is saying that I got your back if you do what you're supposed to do, because you've already manifested this by thinking about it and knowing that you want it. Now you just kind of have to know that you're worthy of it and that you can maintain it once you go out and pursue it. And that's what the reading is for the collective today. Please leave a comment for those of you who felt that this reading resonated with you. I love to hear your comments and read your comments. For those of you who want a private read, please go ahead and start booking now, as I usually overbook rather quickly. I'm glad to be back, guys. And keep an eye out for your individual zodiac readings. They're coming, my loves. All right? Namaste.